Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this movie is, of course, exactly what J.J. is going to do with the characters of Kylo Ren and Rey and exactly where they will stand by the very end of this movie within the third act of the film. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, one of which has all to do with one of the set designs involving both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver for the ending of the movie. Specifically, what's really intriguing is that it's described that both Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley shot a sequence at Cardington for one of the final scenes in the third act of the film involving the lightsaber duel. One of the scenes involved both Driver and Ridley hanging on ropes over a body of fire, where they were swinging back and forth in front of a green screen. It's described that they were wielding lightsabers while they were on the ropes attacking each other. One sequence involved Daisy's stunt double falling as Kylo cuts the rope, causing Rey to fall, which leads to a sequence in which Rey is surrounded by fire with no way out, where Daisy's stunt double eventually performed a front flip off of a trampoline onto a platform where Kylo eventually lands in front of her. The sequence is said to have callbacks to the Revenge of the Sith duel between both Anakin and Obi-Wan. Another sequence shot include Daisy's stunt double rock climbing and escaping from Driver as Kylo, where it said Kylo uses the Force to crumble part of the cliff. It said that portion will be done through CGI in post-production. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this and as to why it sounds like it really is going to be the best lightsaber duel in the sequel trilogy itself. Now, to this day, I feel like that the lightsaber duels in the sequel trilogy could very well be a lot better. You know, we only got one, really, in The Force Awakens, and in The Last Jedi, we only got a glimpse of a little duel between both Luke and Kylo in the flashback, so we really haven't had a lightsaber duel in quite a long time. So now JJ, it seems as though that he really wants to deliver with this movie between both Kylo Ren and Rey as, of course, rivals. He really wants to do something very special for the fans. Now, first things first, this most definitely is a parallel and or a callback to Revenge of the Sith. I want to go over this rope sequence between both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver, in which they were hanging onto ropes with both lightsabers ignited, attacking each other as they swing by past each other over a body of fire instead of course, lava like how it was in Revenge of the Sith. So in this scenario, it's fire. And in Revenge of the Sith, it was lava. So you can see how J.J. Abrams is inserting a couple of differences here and there. Now, this rope sequence, it sounds like it really is going to be the sequence in which we heard about the destruction of the First Order headquarters on this mysterious new world in Episode 9, most likely based either A, within the Outer Rim and or in the Unknown Regions. So, not only does this seem like a nice parallel to that of Revenge of the Sith, but it also sounds like a danger for the character of Rey, where Adam Driver eventually cuts the rope that Daisy Ridley is hanging onto, where eventually Daisy Ridley's stunt double comes into the actual sequence, where she falls onto an actual set piece surrounded by a body of fire with no way out, where she eventually jumps off of a trampoline onto a platform, showing us that Rey basically has become a stronger individual in this movie. Now she's jumping very high, she's doing these front flips, landing, and Kylo Ren eventually lands in front of her from pretty high up on that rope onto that actual platform. And that's exactly how this whole entire saber duel is basically going to be one big ride, you know, causing the audience to go through a lot of adrenaline watching this action-packed sequence. So the whole rock climbing session, I think that sounds like a very unique experience for the viewer to watch this for the character of Rey, where she eventually falls because Kylo Ren, portrayed by Adam Driver, uses the Force to crumble parts of the cliff. That's all going to be done through CGI in post-production. So this sounds like a very intense battle, right? We do know that there is, yes, going to be a new threat in this movie that's going to make Kylo Ren feel a whole lot more vulnerable than ever before. However, this duel between both Kylo and Rey, it seems like it's going to be something else entirely. Now, the thing here is this. If you look at The Force Awakens, I will admit, the lightsaber duel It could have been better, but it was fair in my opinion. So now in episode 9, he really wants to do something else, you know, pretty much on a different level, to the point where it's action-packed, it's very fast-paced. We also heard that there's going to be a lot of choreography inspirational pieces from the prequels in this lightsaber duel in episode 9, so you can see what JJ is trying to do. He really is trying to top the Anakin versus Obi-Wan lightsaber duel from, of course, episode 3, in which, honestly, I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to do that. That's, in my opinion, one of the best lightsaber duel actual sequences in the Skywalker saga, apart from Empire Strikes Back. So, looking at everything else here, I will say the whole fire thing going on the bottom of the set, and the ropes and everything, you can see how it's definitely mimicking that of Mustafar. So it's hard to tell exactly where we are in this scenario. Like I say, this could be the First Order headquarters actually falling apart and pretty much getting destroyed by the Resistance, or it could be a totally different environment for all we know. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.